We are seeing signs that, yes, spring is finally on its way, and that means the return of soccer. Some call it football, yes, but that also means the return of DC Power FC, the district's newest professional women's soccer club. And we are so glad to have defender Sydney Cummings joining us in studio today to tell us all about the season ahead. Thank you so much for the time. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
All right, now we know the season is up and running. We're in the second half of the season, so get us up to speed on everything that's going on with you guys.
Yeah, we started off the season a bit slow, if we're being honest. Had a lot of ties that probably should have resulted in a couple of wins. But when you have a new group coming together, I mean, myself, I just got here this season, so it takes a little bit of time to get those pieces together, and that's what we're starting to see now. So coming out of the first half of the season into now, we've got some steam rolling. So we're undefeated so far in our 2 games since kicking back off. 1 win against the top team and then a tie.
Okay, well, what we do want to harp on is the fact that this league in itself is so new. The Gamebridge Super League, obviously the team is new as well. This league began just in 2024. Hard to believe this is now the 2nd year of the team, but because of this league and how much it has grown so quickly, as a player who is at the front lines of this and experiencing this growth firsthand with everybody else in the league, what is that like from a player's perspective?
It's amazing, right? Like when I was coming out of college, I didn't have these kind of opportunities. A lot of people went overseas or you tried in the NWSL, and to have the opportunity to grow the women's game in a new way and at the same level as the NWSL, and obviously it's going to take us a little bit to get there. They're a bit of a more established league. It's really exciting to be a part of, and it's cool to see the players that come through that system and have those opportunities right after college, and just the ability to grow, to learn a lot, and get some experience maybe a bit closer to home or somewhere else in the States.
Yeah, well, you mentioned college, and you had an incredible college career. It actually ended right here up the road in Georgetown. 1 year there, but then 4 seasons over at Brown University. You've also played overseas. Walk us through your journey with the sport and any personal goals you have for yourself this season.
I was really fortunate to play under Kia McNeil for 4 years at Brown University, and COVID hit and that kind of changed the plans for everybody. So I ended up grad transferring to Georgetown and played under Dave Nolan, and I learned so much just in that period of time. I'm so fortunate to have played under 2 great coaches, and I never ever thought that this was the path that I was going to take, and now here we are 4 years later. And you know, we're winners, we're competitors, all of us in the sport that we play, and so as we look forward into this season, that's what our goal is. Our goal is to win, point blank, period. How we do that might look a little different, but that's the goal.
Okay, well, I mentioned the Georgetown because you probably learned firsthand the city's love for not only women's sports, but women's soccer also. When you signed on this last summer, I mean, what was that like, being a part of a city that is so represented by women's sports, but also has that love for football, we should say?
Yeah, no, I mean, DC is great just with sports in general. I think DC Power brings something a bit unique to the table, different than other sports in the DMV, because it's a very intimate environment. When people come to the game, they're able to see us, they're able to get autographs, they're able to have really personal interactions. It's a family fun environment down at Audi, so it is a little bit different, I would say, than other sports teams in the area. So I definitely think it's worth people checking out.
Now, outside of the support from the fan base, it's fun because you also have a lot of local athletes supporting you guys. When you look at the ownership group of this team, I mean, I know Caps fans, they know Hendrix LaPierre, we have Josiah Gray with the Washington Nationals, Angel Reese as well. So when you're an athlete, you see other athletes supporting your cause. That's got to mean something a little more.
For sure. I mean, women's soccer is growing. Women's soccer is huge, especially coming off the success of the U.S. national team, and I think it's really admiring to see other athletes respect female footballers and deciding to back it and get behind it, especially somebody like Angel Reese, who's also a female athlete herself. So it's really exciting, I think, what this ownership group is trying to do and how they're trying to grow this club, both here and big scale.
All right, well, we know Audi Field, it's going to be bumping in just a couple of weeks. The home opener for this second half of the season, March 12th. What is your message to get people out to Audi Field? What can they expect when they show up to support you ladies this year?
First of all, you can expect some wins, right? Like I said, it's going to happen. We don't know how, but it's going to happen. It's a really great environment. We've got a DJ. We've got different theme nights pretty much every home game. So I would say just bring your friends. Come on down. It's really exciting. Kickoff's at 7, I believe. Don't quote me. Check it out. Get tickets. But no, it's a really great environment. It's a fun place to be, and I really do recommend.
Yeah, and if we could wrap things up here, is what do you see from this team? Not this season, we know the wins for sure, but as the love for women's sports continues to grow, as this league continues to grow, and as this team continues to grow, where do you see this all going?
Yeah, I mean, really, it just provides great opportunities in a way that people haven't had before. So whether you're coming out of college and you're 22, or we even have some academy kids with us. So getting that exposure when you're 15, 16, I wish I had that, right? Like, that's incredible. So I think just being a part of a club that's so interested in growing the pipeline from youth to however old you are when you decide to retire and let it go, but also the opportunities to stay involved after the fact. So a lot of girls work for the local club that we play with, that we're partnered with, and I think just having that exposure and kids being able to see, hey, I can do this, and it's not necessarily just seeing us on a TV screen, it's seeing us on person, I think that goes a really long way.
Yeah, and I'm hoping there's a lot of young girls watching this, watching you on the field this season and know, hey, not only can I be here, but there's a path, there's
Absolutely.
a way that I can see this and make it a reality. Sydney Cummings, thank you so much for this time in studio. We appreciate it, and best of luck this year.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.